Hi guys, it's Erin. I am today in the greenhouse and I wanted to give you guys a seedling tour. It's the end of March and we have pretty decent 10-day forecast out there. So some of these plants or seedlings are going to start getting moved out for to harden off, to go out into the field. The field is prepped. I just need to lay out some landscape fabric where it needs it, and I'm planning to start getting planted very, very soon. There's a lot of fairly cold hardy plants that will do just fine if I get them in the ground right now. So that's my plan over the next couple of weeks, is to harden everything that can go out early off so that I can get it out in the ground. Our last frost date is April 8th, which is coming up in 2 weeks. So it's about time. And this greenhouse is going to empty out, and I wanted to show you all what was in here before I start moving everything outside. So I'm going to start. This is the front door. So I'm just going to start here and start work my way around and show you everything we've got. It's pretty full, it's pretty exciting, and I can't wait to show you. Okay, so right here, I'm going to start off on the floor. I have lilies that we planted a couple of months ago. They actually might start blooming here in the next few weeks, which is amazing. I start them, I always buy some to start in the greenhouse in crates early so that I have the earliest possible blooms. But if you saw the video the other day, you saw where I planted the bulk of my lilies, and they won't bloom until June. So lilies here, and they're just a mixed variety of Asiatics. These are gladiolas, as are these. I planted these the same time that I planted these. And this batch, these are, can you see that? These guys right here. These are purples and soft pink colors, and these are brighter yellows and orange, I think. But I just planted these a few days ago, a week maybe, and they're just starting to come up. Now up on the benches, these first couple trays will definitely be going out. These are foxgloves. Well, this one's foxglove and this one is campanula. These are both actually, biennials here, but these two varieties, I have been assured by the seed packet, bloomed the first year. So one is the foxglove is Dalmatian peach, and these are there's a pink and a blue campanulas. So those need to get out. You can start to see they're starting to yellow. They want to get out of here. The next up we have is bee balm. These we just planted together, sowed the seeds together a few weeks ago, well, a couple weeks ago. These are looking pretty happy, and you can already smell the leaves. Bee balm. This is the lemon mint type, and this is the bergamot. This one's my favorite for color. It's a deeper plum. And then we have apple of Peru. These are happy. I've never grown these before. Some of you guys have and told me that they do fantastic. They're late summer foliage plants, but they seem to be pretty happy right now. I'm not going to put these out quite yet. Gotta let it warm up a little bit. This is corn cockle. These can go outside. These have the sweetest little white bloom. I'll see if I can find a picture of one. But they're just delicate and dainty, and I love them. And they are pretty cold tolerant. So I'm going to get those out as soon as I can. Next thing we have is our nasturtiums. Some of these have already been promised to a dear friend of ours. But these I just love them. They'll go to the farmer's market, the ones that we don't give to our friend. These are the Alaska. The variegated leaves are just, there's something else. And then this one is a crimson. These are edible. If you take the leaves and you put them on on a salad. They're pretty spicy, like peppery. They're really great. These are our eucalyptus. I think I'm going to start hardening these guys off too. They want out of this tray. This is our Lavaterra and Malapi. You can see here they're starting to yellow. I can't quite put these ones out yet, but I am going to fertilize all of these today and keep them going. They just need a couple more weeks and then they can go out. And then Dara, I've talked about this one before. It's a wild carrot. They're so beautiful. Huge, lots of big umbels. These two are the pink and the blue forget-me-nots. These also can go outside, and I will start setting them out there today. These two trays are both stock. There's another batch of stock over that way that I'll show you in a little bit, but they're pretty happy. These are pretty cold tolerant too, but I'm going to start with the bigger plants and give these another week or two before I start moving them out. This one's iron purple. We've got double white, and this one is a lavender blue. They're real happy. Now I need to go around. We'll stop here. These are the coleus that I started from seed. They're loving their life in here. I need to wait at least a few weeks to start taking these outside. They are not cold hardy in the slightest. They really want it to be good and toasty. But aren't these the coolest? With all these different variegated types of leaves. You grow them from seed and you really never know what you're going to get. These are some African daisy, osteospermum. I'm not sure about these ones. I've had the seed for a long time. They've been in here for a while growing. We'll see what happens with them. These are a mixed bunch of geraniums. Lots of these. There's purple and pink and, oh, what's this one? Apple blossom. They're really happy and healthy. I will give these all, this whole bench will get some fertilizer today. This is more coleus. I am planning to take quite a few of these and put them out in the flower field because some of them get real strong and tall, and I may be able to use some of them as bouquet fillers, which would be amazing. But these, some of them, a good chunk of them are going to go down to the farmer's market for sale. They make fantastic garden bedding plants. So yeah, that's the coleus and everything on this bench. Now back to here. These are the Lysianthus that we started, oh geez, I don't remember if it was November or December. And look how tiny they still are. They're just the slowest grower ever. But you'll be amazed when I get them out into the garden when it's warm enough. They do need it a bit warmer. As soon as I get them in the ground, it will take no time at all, and they will shoot up and just get robust and happy. So soon they'll get in the ground, and then this tiny little plant will grow. This next batch, these are all snapdragons. We have the Madam Butterfly Ivory and lavender. There's a red Quicksilver. No, that's not Quicksilver. It's a yellow. We have white, and this one is bronze. These are all our second sowing, so they're looking pretty happy. They would like to get out of these trays fairly soon, but I'll give them a few more weeks and start with the first round. This batch, I had really spotty germination with my feverfew. I'm not really sure what happened, but I just don't have a lot. Oh, and I have something else growing in along next to it. So yeah, I'm not going to have a whole lot of feverfew this year, but that's okay. I'll probably sow some as a fall planting later in the season. This batch, these are more stock. They're from the same batch that we did down there. We have iron rose and an iron pink. This is just a deeper pink. And then these are our black-eyed Susans. These are happy and healthy. I did have some missed germination, but I can divide some of these other cells and put them in the empty spaces just to fill it in. But these are also very cold tolerant, so they're going to start making their way out. These are the first batch of stock that we grew. How cool are these? We have all the different colors. These guys are itching, like really itching to get out of their trays. So that will be a priority for us this week. Same with the Bells of Ireland. These are pretty happy. They're doing really well. It's been, aside from a few days, see there's a little bit of burning because it got pretty hot for a couple days. When it was 70 outside, it got up to close to 80 in here, which was bad. But they're okay, and they will like the cooler weather outside. So I'm going to start transitioning these guys outside. And these are our first batch of snapdragons. The Chantilly Yellow, the Potomac Sunrise, Costa Deep Rose, and then a light pink. These are all really healthy, strong, sturdy. I might pinch them. I'm not really sure. I think this first batch I'm not going to pinch. The second batch over here I will. I just don't want to. I really want these to give me the first blooms. And I'm going to end up pulling these and the stock plants back out of the garden at the same time so that I can reuse that bed. So I don't think I'm going to pinch these. I'll just take the first cuts and go from there. I did start the other day some tomatoes and peppers. I had some really old seeds, so I have no idea how the germination is going to go, but we're giving it a shot. I missed that. Last year I didn't do a whole lot of veggie gardening and I missed it, so I'm making sure that we make that happen this year. Again, more osteospermum and geraniums. More osteospermum and geraniums. Same as the other batch. And then we get to the racks that are pretty darn full. So this is Orlea. This is another one that I've never grown, but I've heard nothing but good things about how easy it is to grow, and I think it's a perennial here in this zone 8B, and the flowers are just gorgeous. So this tray looks happy and healthy, and it's cold tolerant, so this one will get transitioned out. These are all the straw flowers. My goodness, they are so happy. Happy and healthy. Also fairly cold tolerant. They were still growing up until the fall last year out in the field. So I'm probably going to start moving those outside. We start right here. We start our zinnias. We have a few different varieties right here. Lime, orange, ivory. And then this one is the salmon rose, which I love this one. I grew some of it last year and it was beautiful. These are the queen limes. They're a little bit smaller. Everything needs watered. I will not fertilize the zinnias. They don't really care for it, so I'm just going to water them and let them be. We have some more zinnias. These are the Benary's Giant varieties. Bright pink. Oh, this is the Benary's Giant. This is the floret seeds. Actually, and I had fairly good germination on these. This one's Alpenglow. These ones are Benary's Giant, and these ones are floret. These are the precious metals. And yeah, I had really good germination. Only a couple cells didn't come up. Then down here, we have the second round of black-eyed Susans. Can you see them? These tiny little things. They're pretty healthy though. They need water. This light is hard to see. They need water, but I'm not going to fertilize them. This is some celosia. They're germinating fairly well. And more celosia. Again, these are too small. I'm not going to do any fertilizing. The germination isn't quite as good on these as it is on the zinnias, but that's okay. They'll be beautiful no matter what. This tray down here, this one is Status. Status tends to like to dry out a bit, so we're giving that a go. I am gonna water the backside of these trays. The backside always gets dried out more than the front side. It's easier to water the fronts. These are, all three of these trays are Status. And then this is our, what's it called? Cerinthe or honeywort. This is one of my favorite foliages, and it's doing pretty good. It didn't really like the heat that we had in here either, but everything seems to be coming through it fairly okay. We were not expecting such heat in here, but we have a better plan to be more on top of it. And like I said, all the cooler, cold hardy plants, we're going to start transitioning them outside, so they'll be fine. I don't want to miss the plants up top here. So these are just our house plants, and we have some amaryllis that were, you know, overwintered. I do plan on putting the amaryllis into the garden this year and letting it grow out there. And then all of our scented geranium starts. We took those cuttings at the end of the season last year, and they are happy. Look at these guys. Some of them are even blooming. Can you see that? And then we have more. These are actually chrysanthemums, and these you can see more coleus. But the mums I took cuttings from last year also, and they're doing pretty well. Okay, so this row we have China asters. They're doing pretty good. This is a whole tray of gomphrena. This one is, what is this? Oh, scabiosa. I had some of the germination didn't go so well on this guy, but there's a good amount there. It'll be fine. And this last one is Fama scabiosa. So this one is supposed to be a perennial. This one, these are annual scabiosa. I'm gonna give the perennials a shot. I have a whole patch out in the field that I have not tilled that area, but I'm gonna till it up and plant a whole bunch of perennials in there and hope for the best. Amy, this is like the Dara, only white, and it's beautiful. This is one of my absolute favorite fall foliages. This is the red leaf hibiscus, mahogany splendor. It is such, you can see the color already. It's such a beautiful, beautiful plant. It loves it in the late fall after it's had lots of time to grow, and it really does make fall arrangements just the absolute best. It's that burgundy color. It's so gorgeous. We have some more zinnias, queen limes, and then this is the salmon. We have lots and lots of zinnias. Down here we have basil. We have 3 different kinds. The lemon basil, which is my favorite for scent. They're, just amazing. I'm telling you, buy some, grow some just for that. And then this is the cinnamon and the amaretto. This one's a really dark purpley color. These ones we have cosmos. Cosmos get so big that you don't need to plant very many, and they will take a huge space and give you loads and loads of flowers. They're cut and come again. And these amaranth, they're similar in the cut and come again, though not as prolific as the cosmos. But those guys are pretty happy. These, I don't know if you can see them very well down here. These are all my sunflowers that we started. They're doing pretty good. They're getting a little leggy. I need to get them outside. Sunflowers are surprisingly cold tolerant. We're not going to freeze anytime soon. So I'm going to take these guys outside with all the rest of the cold hardy plants and get them hardening off so that they can go out in the field just as soon as they're stable, which by next weekend should be perfect. And then the last bit, there's more sunflowers, and then the saponaria and my nigella. I don't know what happened. It didn't really, I have some germination, but not a lot. They're unhappy for whatever reason. I'm sure that the heat didn't help. Okay, so on this bench, because you can see I ran out of shelf room, we have cress. This is also going to go outside. These are just the leftover alyssum and silene that I haven't figured out quite yet what I'm going to do with them. Probably 6 packs. Bee's Friend that just germinated. This one, it's one of my favorite spring accents. It's that periwinkle blue color, the blossoms, and it's such an interesting shape. It's almost like a fern when it uncurls. It's so fun. And then these 2 trays, these are Cerinthe again, honeywort. I don't have any germination yet, but that's coming as soon as I get some of the shelf space cleared out over here or over there. They'll come off of this table and have a more comfortable place to be. And then, as you can see, all of our hanging baskets are doing very well. They also all need to be fertilized, but look at how big these are. These geraniums are just, they're gorgeous. And every one of them loved the heat that we had last week. It's amazing. I don't know how many blooms we'll have in the next few weeks before market, but we have, within the first couple of weeks of the market, they'll be good, and I'll start hardening them off also before I take them to the farmer's market and put them out for sale. So yeah, I wanted to walk you guys through everything before I take it all outside and start putting it in the field. You'll start seeing videos with planting and how we do it, what the spacing is for different plants that we grow, and what we plan on turning over beds quickly on. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give you one last look and then start moving things outside. This is the busy time of year. Everything is happening all at once, and I love it more than I could possibly explain. So thank you guys for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. So P.S. I did want to show you where and how I harden off my seedlings. So there's the greenhouse. There's the big field and where my ranunculus are. And this is our deck. It's a big covered deck. I have a bunch of tables out, and I just bring them all up here to start to harden off. They're protected because of the ceiling. Oh, it's all these sweet peas. They're protected because of the roof, and the rain won't get them. It never gets frozen up here unless it's middle of winter. So this is all of my hardening off plants. But yeah, with the roof, these guys are protected enough, especially since they're all pretty cold tolerant. If you don't have a big covered deck like we do, we're pretty lucky with that. You can just bring them out to somewhere that's protected, maybe on the north side of a building. And if it's going to get chilly overnight, you can just put some frost cloth over the top of them to keep them cold. The recommended way to harden off is to bring your seedlings out for maybe an hour or two the first day, and then a couple more hours the following day, and you do that over a series of days until they're perfectly okay with being outside in the full weather, sun, rain, whatever it is. And that can take up to a week. I've had good luck with ours, just putting them out here, because the roof it filters the sun enough that there's no direct hot sun, and it obviously protects from the rain and it won't freeze up here. So I just wanted to show you that. I did move all kinds of stuff out here and getting ready to get it out in the field. So thanks for coming along. I'll see you in the next one.